Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today is Saturday. I don't have any plans for this weekend, so I thought I would just pull everything out and just do some creating for fun. No rhyme or reason, I just feel like creating. I don't really know what. I have some ideas of what I want to play around with, but yeah, it's just going to be kind of a craft along with me video. So if you want to throw me on in the background where you craft and you create, we can be like little crafting buddies having some fun together or something like that. Just throw me on in the background to keep you company. So today I have pulled everything under the sun around me just to play with. And I did have kind of some idea with what I wanted to do. I will show you where this has come from. So you might have remembered back when I was very new to YouTube, which wasn't that long ago, it was about 3 months ago I think. I created a little journal mini booklet. A few of the other crafters have loved this idea and taken it and run with it and made absolutely gorgeous mini books. I just can't believe how stunning they are, and it makes me want to go back and redo my awful scrappy collage one that I did. But anyway, I talked about in that video how I had made it to go into a journal that I was creating. This journal, I wanted it to be mainly for writing, just little quotes, poems and things that I really enjoy, like reading poems and things like that. I want to keep them written down, so I created this book. I never 100% finished it, but the other day I was browsing through and I realized not only did I create these little mini booklets to go in here, I had basically made most of the actual full-size journal pages exactly the way I had done the mini booklets. So I'll show you some ideas of what I mean. It's kind of like this. It's like patchworking over pages that you don't necessarily want to use. It's kind of like using your book pages that you are not going to use in journals, if that makes sense. You know, we always pull out ones that we think are quite nice and, you know, I think other people will enjoy them. This is about using those unwanted pages that are all sort of left behind. It's about using the funny coloured pages that are at the front of books, the text pieces, the pieces that are, you know, they might have a picture on them you don't actually like. So it's kind of undecorating these pages. So instead of taking a journal page and you're making it look nice, you're grabbing a page out of a book that you don't like and you're like covering up the pieces that you don't want to see with journaling space, and then leaving patches that you like showing. So it adds some decoration that way. So I thought that I would make a book just for fun based on that concept. So making journal signatures just on using pages that you would not normally use at all. So if you can see here, I hope the setup's okay. I've got you guys up in a new setup today, so I know that the camera won't move. So you can see here, there's just patchwork of music paper. This is a little bit of the original page. It had some nice florals on it, but the rest was sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it was, and then this is a piece of grid paper. Some of it did have just some plain paper, but most of it was pretty collaged. Here, once again, this is a book page. Well, it's a page out of like a gardening book. And then it had some writing here, and I wanted to cover up that writing with some plain paper to write on, but leave this lovely little image down here. The same was there. So this sort of goes on through the whole book. It's using these pages, like here, I didn't particularly like this page. It was okay, but I just sort of patchworked over it. If I can show that to you. This here was a strip at the bottom of I don't know, it was an offcut, I think. I just threw that up the top with some decoration. You know, it's just about creating like this kind of collage patchwork kind of a journal. It's full of lovely little bits of images. It's full of lots of sewing, lots of different textures, lots of different pages. So yeah, I hope you get my concept. Throwing on scraps that you don't, you know, you have them there, you've had them sitting there for a while, just using those up. These are like doilies, these are my own personal ones. I've scanned and printed these to use myself. Things like that. Just little, and this is where all my little scrappy collage embellishments actually came from, I think. These are where those were born. Little images here. So, I will stop talking, I'll put that aside. So today, I actually just wanted to play around. I wanted to create a book that will be basically using pages you wouldn't normally use and creating these into journal signatures to put into a book. So I'm just going to play around and see how we go. I don't really have a plan. We're just going to see how it goes. I don't really have a plan for a lot of the things I do, but you know, it all works out, and at the end of the day, if you're having fun, that's all that matters. So I have this old book here that I thought would be quite nice to use. I think I might paint it too, just for some fun. I mean, you know, it's really old. It's completely, look, it's falling apart everywhere. I don't really mind about using this book. Actually, it was in the bin out the front of an op shop for free. So it's gonna be quite a long video too, guys, I think. So I might just split it into several different parts so that you guys don't have to, you know, sit through huge long videos. So I don't care about the spine here. I never do things very easily, do I? This is quite old, this book, actually. I think I'll just, I'm going to create my own new spine with this book. So at the moment I am creating another journal that's, it's a hand embroidered journal, and it's one that I'm taking a bit more care with. So this, I kind of like to do the opposite. I like to go back and forth with the style of things that I'm sort of creating. So that one's going to be a little bit more, I'm going to take my time with it. This one here, I'm creating it just for fun. I'm creating it to go a bit crazy, to, you know, let some of that creativity go wild. I don't care if it doesn't look nice. I don't care if it doesn't turn out. At the end of the day, if something doesn't turn out, you've learned something from it anyway. And what's most important is that you have fun. Okay. So here is, obviously I'm going to have to neaten those up a little bit, but here's going to be like my front cover. I'll probably put some book corners on it and things like that. I got this fabric I thought would be quite nice on the spine. And I'm going to completely fill this book with unwanted pages. So now that I've sort of torn that off, I'm going to put that in the bin. Actually, I saw a really nice idea a while ago, which is using old book spines as bookmarks. I'd seen it on Pinterest, I think, but I've never tried it. But, you know, oh, this one's probably not so great, but I think you can make some really nice bookmarks out of these. So that's a cool idea to play around with. I'm going to put all this aside, and then I'm going to just grab some unwanted books. I just pulled out some. I have a huge box of books that I had picked up at one stage or another, and you know, I don't really know what to do with them, so they're just sitting in a box at the moment. We have this old, what is it? Gosh, what is it? Animals You Will Never Forget. Oh, it's an old Reader's Digest book. So, you know, that there, I think that's quite ugly. I don't really like that. You know, it's not too bad. but it's something that I would never use, so I'm going to take it out and use it. Nothing I do here is neat, guys. I just rip, I tear, I'm messy when I work. I don't care if things are wonky. I actually like wonky stuff. Put that one aside. So there's one page. I have this one here. I often grab books where if I like 1 or 2 images out of the book, I'll grab it and then I'm just left with the rest of the book. So that's what's happened in this case, I think. Yeah, sometimes I've got some really interesting patterns and stuff on these first pages. They're really nice. So this one here, I probably wouldn't normally use that because there's only a little piece here. It's got a little picture of a bird there. That's quite sweet though, but it's kind of a good page to use. You could fold that up and patchwork all around it. So we'll grab that one. I don't even know how many signatures this journal's going to have. It's just, yeah, we'll see. I did take the measurements of it, but other than that, I'm unprepared. These index pages, you can use those. I mean, gosh, there's always index pages. Whatever. Oh, look at that. That's quite interesting. I'll try not to get caught up too much, guys. So I think this one's probably going to be the longest video I've made, and I will split it into like different, I guess you can call them series. I do see some people making series of like when they make journals and things, so I'll probably do that. I'll probably try and make it no longer than 30 minutes, but who knows? If it goes longer, it goes longer. See, these are quite cool with the coloured pages. I'm going to tear that out. Why not? Got my cup of tea here with me too. Oh, that's what I grabbed this book for. So this says William Bligh's letters describing the mutiny on HMS Bounty. So this was like letters and stuff, and I thought the text was really cool because I do a little bit of art journaling, not too much, but I thought these would be really cool in art journals. So, you know, here's a page I probably wouldn't normally use. I'd use it in my art journaling, but probably not in my journal books. There's that. I have more of those Better Homes and Gardens. It's like here it says fertilizer application methods. But this has got some beautiful patina around it. Here's like a graph kind of a thing. Sorry, I hope I've got that up the right way. Because you guys are up on a different setup, I hope that I can show you guys things the right way. It's all an experiment here. What else? Let's grab some loose pages. That is the Nature Notes of an Edwardian Lady. Actually, her book had some quite nice like patterns in it. Could use that. I've just thrown scraps of left, right and centre, so I don't know where to put them all. I'm running out of room. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and let me know if you've got any plans for New Year's, because yeah, I really don't have any plans for New Year's this year. So houseplants, cacti and succulents. This had a few nice images in it, but the rest were So this piece here, it's got like one floral piece on it. That's quite cool. I probably wouldn't use this because it's, you know, it's the contents page. So why don't we grab that one? I do apologise too if you end up hearing my neighbours. They are super noisy people. It's very annoying actually, but there's nothing much I can do about it. Oh, this is quite thin piece of paper. That's quite cool. These are some more. I only got this for the book plate, so I won't really use any of the other pages, so you know, let's grab the other pages, all the ones that we're not really going to use. So Sorry guys, I will mute that out. I just banged something, so I'm going to mute that out for you guys so you can hear it. This one here says Herbs, Australian Guide to Herbs. Oh, see, this has got such lovely coloration in it. But let's find a page that we wouldn't I wouldn't use any of this really. So let's tear out one of these, and I think we'll get started. We'll start playing a little bit, having a cup of tea. I'm just gonna kind of stay inside this weekend. I think the roads are going to be quite busy for New Year's coming up. Okie dokie. So, what are my measurements? Just reach. 15.5 centimeters wide. Well, I'm going to just start folding pages because obviously, you know, I don't like to have such what you call it, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I find it difficult to craft and talk at the same time. I do my best though. If I run out of things to say, I'll just I'll pop some music on for you guys. Such even pages, I think. I like to have you know, we all do small, large, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I don't have any plans for New Year's this year. It's been a bit of an off year for us, so yeah, we're currently building a house and it's been causing us a little bit of trouble. So yeah, just dealing with all of that, and you know, next year will be better. I think we'll feel a bit more settled with everything, but right now it's kind of like we're trying to sort everything out, trying to deal with still with paperwork and stuff like that. They do, once they start building, because it hasn't started building yet, but once they start building it gets thrown up in like 4 months, so it's very, very quick, these builds these days. So we're trying to prepare as best as we can because we are going into a smaller house. So we gotta get rid of some things, which is, you know, it's hard to do when you visit the op shops quite a bit because you're throwing things out and then I'm bringing things back. So, you know, but, you know, I'm getting rid of things I don't want and I'm bringing in things I do want. So I suppose it's not bad. This one here, this bird page is really, really sweet, but it's not normally one I would use. This one here definitely wouldn't use. I don't like it at all, but we'll see how it comes out. Alright, so I've got a few pages there. I might start assembling a little bit of a signature. I might put some music on here, guys, so I can just concentrate and play around a little. Oh, yeah. I'll put some music on, sorry guys, and I'll play around a little bit, then I'll come back when I'm going to start piecing things together. Okay guys, so I've just assembled some pages here just to get a rough estimate of, you know, most of them did already fit in the book because this is quite a large book. It is around about just under 6.5 inches, about 16 centimeters wide, and the length is just under 9 inches, so 22.5. So I'm just going, yeah, they all mostly fit in. What didn't fit in, I just tore with a ruler. I didn't measure or use my cutting machine or anything like that. So there's rough pieces, you know, I do really, you know, I like the rough pieces and things like that. So we'll just leave that. And I think, yeah, this will make one signature. I don't really know how many pages I use. 1, 2, about 9. Maybe I should put a 10 just to make it even. Maybe I should add this one in to give it an even number. I'll throw this over here, and then I'm going to start working on just collaging all of these pages and creating something that you're happy with in the end. I think pretty much fits in, but if I want to I can trim the side off that. But I like how gosh, I'm dropping things left, right and center. I like how you can see different size pages, so it has like, you know, a layered effect, if that makes sense. So it actually even, let's tear this and see what that looks like. So there we have like a kind of a tiered, well, not all of them, but some of them are peeking out and it'll look quite cool. So I'm going to start to collage with bits of paper. So here, once again, these are out of old books, but they're at the very, very beginning. They've got some marks on them, some patina and things like that. They make great little spots to write on. So I'm going to use things like that. If I want some decoration, oh my goodness, fabrics. I don't know if I should. This is one little container I have that's just here on my desk. It's not even what's in my drawers and stuff. I have wallpaper. I've got flowers. I might do some stamping. I might use some staples and things like that. I grabbed a bunch of old vintage wallpaper yesterday from an op shop. I might use some of that. It's absolutely stunning. I think I've got about 5 different patterns. So, you know, they're lovely to use. So let's get started. I think I'll use... sorry about that, guys. I just had to quickly stop my video. My room is kind of in the middle of the house and it's like a main thoroughfare, so people come and go, and I got a little bit distracted, so just popped off for a second and now I'm back. I did decide I didn't like that rough edge in the end. I kind of cut it down straight. So anyway, let's start with collaging. I'll just take these pieces out and start with a page. Yes, here we go. I haven't done this in a little while actually. So hopefully it all turns out. I might just use glue stick because I do have my sewing machine right next to me and I can just stitch these straight onto the page like I was doing in the mini booklets. So it's got some plain paper there, and it's you know, that's a nice little spot to journal on, and it's covering up some of this. Let's see what else. I was actually thinking, because you can see some bits peeking out here, I thought it would be nice to add, like here I've done some stamping on some handmade paper, so I thought that might be nice down there, so I might throw that one on there. So what are you guys all creating at the moment? I'm a little bit going back and forth between a few projects, so I kind of don't stick to just one thing. I'm always making multiple things at the same time. But I'd love to know what you guys are creating at the moment. If you guys have made any handmade paper or things like that, I'd love to see what you've made. You can actually find me over on Instagram. I post there quite often. What should we do? Maybe we should put some fabric up there. Yeah, and I like to use Instagram stories and stuff like that, so it's always nice to connect with people over there. And I do have a Facebook page, so it's the Mushroom Market on Facebook. I usually put those links all down below, but you can find I'm most active on Instagram. So there's some fabric, there's some plain paper, there's just so many scraps. You can put pictures over the text if you want pictures. Not sure what I'm going to have. There's some of that lovely wallpaper. This is so lovely. I actually scanned some last night to see how it would turn out as digital. So let me know if you want me to scan rolls of vintage wallpaper for you. I've got about 4 or 5 sets. And I like to scan these things for my own personal use, but I'm absolutely happy to share if you're interested in that. Sometimes I can be so indecisive. Let's add some more plain paper down here. It's just like a offcut of some tea stain paper. I have a little bit of trouble with tea staining actually, and I don't know why that is. Whenever I tea stain in the oven, it comes out darker than what I like. So then I try to air dry it, and then some funny marks always come up on my tea stain paper anyway, and I'm not too sure why that is. I don't know if you can see some of that there. But it's just some funny marks. I don't know, what do you guys, how does your tea stain paper come out? Does it come out with marks on it as well? I'd love to know if there's like any kind of trick to making it, or do you guys air dry it? And if you air dry it, what do you dry it on? So yeah, so there is a little piece there. Now you've got this backside piece here. You could do what I do with mini collage booklets. You can sort of paper patch something together and lay it over top of the stitching. You can just leave the stitching and put a piece like a nice photo or an image on that side. You can do whatever you want. I think I'm just going to do some stitching. Maybe I'll add some more paper. I don't know. Yeah, let's add some more paper. It's just about having fun today. My cat's looking up at me, and I hope he doesn't jump up on my table, because he likes to do that. He likes to come and lie down. I think it's cooler up here for him. So I'll have to keep an eye that he doesn't do that, jump up on all my stuff. So there we've got 3 little plain pieces of paper. They're all different kind of tones. Some are more patina than others. Here's a piece of fabric, and I've left some of that text showing. So I'm going to take this now to my sewing machine. I'm going to do a little bit of stitching. I will mute that part so you don't have to hear. It's just here, but yeah, yeah, it can get quite loud, so I'll mute that and I'll fast forward that and come back. So you might just see me off to the side here, but I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so I just went and did some sewing. I'll take this out here so you can see. I've just done some zigzag up the top here. I have stitched, like straight stitch around all the pieces. I did a little bit zigzag down here, and I've left some of the background of that page because I thought it was kind of nice to add some decoration. And that's kind of our first collage page, and I'm going to keep continuing just creating the signature with you guys. So I've got, yeah, a few new techniques. I'm curious about how they will look. It's just a little idea, so I might try that out on this page. We'll see how we go. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not even sewn in, so yeah. Here's my lovely mushroom pot that I did pick up at the op shop. I have been keeping my dies in it. I thought what I might do is add like some little windows and things into my paper and then patch some fabric or some wallpaper behind it and stitch it. It's kind of like, do you know what it reminds me of? It might sound a little funny, but do you know when you're a little kid, or when you have babies and they make those books and they're all full of like touching, say like they'll have cotton balls for sheep's wool and different kind of textures for things. It kind of reminds me of that. But I thought it might be quite a nice idea. So yeah, I think I might use that square one there. And I'll pop my mushroom back. So I might put it there and then do like some journaling space at the bottom or something. It's like a little window. You could even just die cut that and leave it as kind of like a peekaboo kind of window, and you can see through to the next page, or you could leave it open and then add a photo behind it. So I'm going to add, I think, that piece of paper there. Sorry if my camera's zooming in and out, guys. I don't know how to stop it. It's really quite annoying. I'll put it that way because yeah, I like that piece better. But I'm going to get a tripod and get, oh gosh, sorry guys, my neighbours, gosh, they're crazy. I don't live in a very good neighbourhood, I don't think. I cannot wait to move. Now I've lost my train of thought, what I was saying. Anyway, I'm gonna take this, actually, I'll grab my Big Shot and I'll bring it over here so you guys can watch, but please excuse my plates, they are in really bad shape. I have a set that's a new one and it's just used my handmade paper, but this other set, I made it sticky somehow. I can't remember what I was doing, but now all this paper is stuck to it and I've really got to clean them, make them a little bit more presentable. So I'm going to bring my Sizzix machine over here. And actually, I think if you're going to punch out this side, it's probably going to go through to the next little bit. But do you know what? That's going to be on the other side of the book, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do that and create this on the other side as well. I will put it about there, so I've got a little bit of room to add some more decoration down here and then to stitch something on the back. My plates are like super bent and messy. Oh dear, now what? You guys won't mind, you understand, right? going through straight, so it's going to go through hopefully both the layers of that page. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side, see how that's come out, see if this works out. And actually, you can use, because I'm using the negative, but now there's two, well, there should be, they're kind of stuck together. But you've got this little piece here you can decorate up and maybe use as an embellishment piece on another page. So I'm just going to put that to the side, and then I think I might try, I really wanted to try some wallpaper behind to see what that looks like. What do you guys think? I think it's quite cute. You can position it to different parts of the wallpaper. So I think that's quite nice there. I'll just make a little mark. Grab my scissors, cut a piece off. I must watch some people's tutorials on what they do with wallpaper, because it's kind of new to me. And I haven't seen, I know somebody said to me that there are some people out there who have made some tutorials on things to make with wallpaper, but yeah, I haven't seen any as of yet. I must admit, I'm a bit of a, on YouTube, I love to watch a couple of different type of videos. I do love to watch traveling vlogs of people traveling around the world and van life, and I love gardening videos and things like that, so they do occupy my time quite a bit, those kinds of videos. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit of glue and hope this holds. This is very much an experimental book. Just a book to have fun with. I might just place that about there as a guide and see where I can position this. Hopefully it holds, and that I'm actually going to stitch that in place as well, I think. Yeah. And I'm going to do the same to this a little bit later on when I get to that side of the page, but for now, or you know, it could be left blank. You could do some nice sewing around there. If you wanted to do some hand stitching, you do some hand stitching or just machine stitching. Do like a messy border around that, and then that's ready as kind of like a photo frame there. So there's my little window, which has been filled in with a piece of wallpaper. So I'm going to go, actually no I won't, I might do a little bit of decoration here. So I'm going to grab this ginormous box of scraps. I've got graph paper, why not, let's throw that down. Scraps, I love florals. Do you guys love florals too? I love anything florals and anything with birds. So you'll often see that in my work. I know so many of us love florals. My lovely dear friend Amy, she adores florals as well. Actually, she just started up a new YouTube channel. She's the Thrifted Cottage on Instagram, but she's Floshy Made Designs here on YouTube. She makes stunning, stunning journals. She shows me the things she makes, and they're just beautiful. I'm going to link her channel below, so if you want to go and check her out. She's very, very new. She did, one of her latest videos was an estate sale haul, and I love those kinds of videos because I don't get that kind of stuff here in Australia. She found stacks of flashcards, and I think they were like 25 cents each. I could not believe it. It's just amazing. And I've never seen those flashcards here. I've seen the brand new versions, but never the old ones that I see are found in America. But it was so great to watch that video and see what she finds. I love to watch thrifting videos. Let's throw this piece of decoration down here, because why not? I might move it down a little bit because I want to do, I'm not too sure what kind of border I want to put around that little window there, but let's see. I'm going to go and sew now. I'm going to sew all around here. Might do some stitching around here, some zigzag here. I might do a bit of a crazy border around there. So I'll pop you guys on pause once again so you don't have to listen to the machine or wait around, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I just want to stitch that, bring it up so you can see. Hopefully it's focusing okay. So there's my little wallpaper piece. I've done some messy stitching around it. Did some stitching around this piece of handmade paper that has some stamping on it. Little piece of tea stained floral pattern paper, some grid paper, and this is just at the front of those books, so just a little bit of journaling space down there. So there's just one little sort of collaged piece, and as you can see, look, it's quite different to the first one I've done. Not every page is going to be the same. I like to try out different little ideas, using different textures, mixing them together. And then when you close this one here, you can still see this piece here. I wonder if I should put something here. I'm not sure what. But yeah, let me know, you guys, if you want me to keep continuing just craft along with me videos and things like that as well. I don't want them to get too boring, that's the only thing. Just let me know. I do really enjoy your comments. I love interacting and chatting to all of you and seeing where you're from, seeing what the weather's like, what you're up to, what kinds of things you find, what kinds of things you're journaling or making at the moment. And I think that's a better form of feedback on YouTube as well. The thumbs up, the thumbs down, it's pretty pointless if you ask me. And feedback should really be given in the comments, I think. So, didn't like that. So I just, I'll test something out. That's a little bit too much for me. I don't know, maybe I should just leave it. What do you guys think? It's just a little piece there. So that bit there, it's got a lot of stitching on it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I usually come back to those later. Same with that. Now that's got a lot of stitching and stuff like that. I'm not sure what I'll do. I'll decorate up this page now. Maybe we can use this die cut from the other one there. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Try and pull them apart. There we go. Now we've got two. We could make a kind of, this could be a little journaling space there. Maybe it would tie in with the green page before it. Yeah, let's just throw it on there, why not? These were just dies from AliExpress, so they're very cheap. I find the dies in like spotlight places like that can get quite expensive. So I do buy them when they're on clearance, or if I've got like a voucher or something. What kind of craft stores do you guys have where you live? Because here in Australia we have Spotlight, which is it sells fabric, it sells like some bedding and some homewares, kitchenware. It'll do like yeah, fabrics, curtain material, buttons, sewing, and craft. So it's kind of got a mixture of things in it. So we have that one, and then we have another one that's called Lincraft, and that doesn't really have the homewares and stuff. It has more like fabrics and craft, I think, but it's kind of smaller. It doesn't offer as much. So we have those, and then what else do we have? I just like to grab stuff from like cheap, I don't know what you would call them, but they're just cheaper stores, so they're discount kind of stores. And they have like their own little craft section sometimes, and they'll sell bits and pieces. So I like to frequent those quite a bit and grab, I think, did I grab that? Yeah, because I was grabbing some material. They had a packet of like pieces of linen for like $1. And you know, things like that you can find in these cheap stores, and they're great for journaling and stuff like that. It's funny the way you look at things. I'm not too sure what those pieces there were actually would have been, you know, intended for the use, but oh, I'm clumsy. But yeah, I'm thinking that'd be nice in journaling somehow. I know some of you guys in America have Tuesday morning, I think it's called, and then there's Joann's Fabrics, I think. I would love to go to the craft stores and the thrift shops in America. I was just telling my friend I would buy a plane ticket just to come and look at the thrift stores and things. I know that's crazy, right? But not just to do that, but it would be nice. The closest American state for us would be Hawaii, so that's about a 10-hour flight, which isn't too bad. I've done worse. I traveled to Europe 3 times now, and it's always a long haul. It's always about 24 hours if you're going straight through. So yeah, I can quite easily do a 10-hour flight. But it does take a long time for us to get anywhere on planes from this part of the world. I'm always thinking how lucky people are in Europe or America, because it's really like, I think from New York to London or something, it's like 6 or 7 hours flight or something like that. It's really not long, and then you can travel throughout Europe on trains and things like that. So really quite lucky. We do have some, you know, we have Indonesia down here, we've got New Zealand down here, which is actually where I'm from. Singapore, we've got Singapore. It's a lovely place. If you've been to Singapore, let me know, because I adore Singapore. Japan is about an 8-hour flight. I've been there. It's a wonderful place. So let me know if you guys are travel buffs as well. I love to travel. So what did I just do there? Sorry guys, I was getting a bit carried away with talking and just throwing some things down. We throw some fabric on. I don't know. What should we do? Let's throw this fabric down. See what it looks like. It's kind of like a texture page. You can do some stamping on this fabric and put it down too. Should we do? Yeah, let's throw it down. I don't know if this glue here, it's good glue, but it does come through some fabric, and I hate when I see glue coming through fabric. It's like a pet. I just hate it. It's a pet peeve. Maybe we'll try some glue stick and see if it holds it down until we stitch it. I need to get some more glues and stuff. I'm running out. I go through stuff really quickly. Oh my gosh, guys, look. I'm putting glue dobs on there. Let's hope it holds it down until I take it all to the sewing machine. I don't think glue stick is intended for fabric, but oh well. So yeah, I'd love to know what else you guys would like me to make videos on. My very first video here on YouTube was one I made for Instagram, and it was one I made of a layered pocket tag that I had been making many months before. I'd been making it for my Etsy shop for quite some time, And I did a little video on how to make it on Instagram, and I thought, oh, I'll share it on YouTube. Even though it's the wrong orientation, it's not great, but I was thinking about maybe reshooting that video, seeing if you guys are interested in the layered pocket tags that are filled with ephemera and stuff. And I was also thinking about doing an eco dyeing video, and I have a bit of a new idea of how to do eco dyeing. I have been doing it in a pot, and I've been steaming the paper, but I didn't know how it would video in the kitchen, so I've got a little bit of a different idea. So let me know if you want me to show you an eco dyeing video, because I did find some quite nice leaves the other day. I'll just share them with you, and I really wanted to eco dye with them. So if you saw a day in my life kind of video, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday or the day before I posted it, I was looking at these leaves and I actually picked them, and I thought that'd be really awesome as eco prints. I was hoping, because on the back there's some beautiful red, I was hoping some of that red will come out of that leaf. So I was gonna give it a bit of a test and see if you guys wanted me to make a video on doing my eco dyeing. Once again, I simplify everything. I don't put alum or anything in my eco dyeing. Oh, the ice cream man. I can't eat ice cream and I don't eat dairy, but whenever I hear the bell. Anyway, sorry guys. Yeah, I simplify all the eco dyeing process. I make it very natural. I've just got a little bit different technique. So let me know if you want me to make that video, and I will happily do so for you, because I do need to make some more eco prints. So we have, there's another little sort of patchwork piece. This was the die cut, sorry. You can journal on that. What else? I don't know if I should add anything else. Sometimes I get stuck and I add too much to my page. I think it can be overdone sometimes. I love these flowers. They just come from AliExpress, and they're like $1 or $2 or something for a pack, and I adore using them. It's such a hot day today, so that's why the ice cream truck is out and about. That's quite sweet. My dog sounded like he was very excited about the ice cream then. He does like a little bit of ice cream if we get it, but not much because he's a dog. Let's throw that one down because it kind of matches this piece here, but I wonder if I should just do that after I finish stitching. I might go and stitch this, and I'll come back and I'll throw this sticker down, and then we'll see where we are with this whole process. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay guys, so I just stitched that. I stitched that little piece of fabric on. There's that little die cut, some grid paper. This here is some, where did I put it? Oh, here's another piece, but anyway, once again, this was from the discount store, so I think I had about 5 sheets in it, and it's actually called decoupage paper, and it's like, how much was it, $3-4, something like that, but it's absolutely beautiful. I love to tear out the images and things like that. So there we go, we've got all this sort of stitch, and I thought I'd throw on a little bit of flour, leave some of that text sort of peeking through there. I don't know, maybe I should try. I've never used staples in journals, but I know a lot of people use staples. They do look really, really cool. I'm gonna throw some in the corner here and see what it looks like. I hope this little staple works because it's from Daiso. Let's throw those there, some little staples. And let's put this sticker on. See what that's like. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of a glue book as well. I do love the idea of glue books. I'm not a huge writer myself. When it comes to journaling, I find it very, very difficult to do it on a day-to-day basis. And I'm kind of the type of journaler that will more document bigger things in life. And I really, really wish I could do every single day. But I definitely don't. So there's our little floral sticker here. Our little scrappy pieces all around here. Some coloured decoupage paper there. So we've done 3 pages now. I don't know how long this video will go for, but I hope you guys, I hope it's okay with you guys. I hope it's not too long for you. It's okay, like if you just put me on in the background while you're crafting or having a cup of tea or something. Another thing you can do is add lovely images. I think I've got some of these online in the public domains. There's so many. I mean, look at that, you know, throw that on there. It's just so beautiful. And I thought another thing too, if you don't like this stitching here, you could create like a really large pocket on the back of this and put things in the pocket, and then you've got your next page here. So I might do that. I love this little girl. I've got a bunch of printouts I grabbed from the internet when I was looking on, I think it was, what is that website? Anyway, it's one where you can, it's got like drop down menus and you can put copyright free images and, you know, all that kind of stuff that you can, that, you know, for commercial use allowed and all that kind of stuff. So I just, what is it called? Pixar? No, is it? I can't remember, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, I just use the drop down menu and filter them all out that way. So we've got 3 pages. I think I might stop the video here so it's not too long, so I think it might be quite long. But let me know what you thought of this first part, and if you want to continue to watch me creating just for fun, just throwing together this fun little journal. Like I said, I will paint this and I will put some fabric on it. But yeah, let me know if you just want to see little clips and things like that, or let me know if you want to see the whole process, because then it will be quite a long video. Well, it'll be split into sections, I should say, so it'll be quite a long series, I should say. So let me know if you want to just see little snippets of it, or if you want to see me just working the whole way through. I would really, really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm going to paint all this, I'm going to build a new spine, and it's going to literally just be like this. Every single page is going to be collage and scraps and stickers and fabrics and wallpaper and everything under the sun that I can find. Free washi tape and lots of sewing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little craft along with me. I hope you enjoyed like this little kind of idea. I do have, where did I put that though? I did have another idea I was going to show you guys. It was with my handmade paper and fabric. I don't know where it's gone to though, but it's a very similar context. Yeah, it's very similar to this kind of idea with the wallpaper, but it's using some embossing and stuff like that. So I'll pop back another day and share with that one with you guys. But yeah, I look forward to chatting with all of you in the comments and letting me know what you think of this video. And I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely new year. Let me know how you're celebrating it and what sort of things you do in your country to celebrate. So it'd be really, really lovely to chat with you guys. And I will see you in the next part of this, if you guys want it. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.